Hello, welcome everyone. It's Meredith. I am here with our daily reading for Thursday, the 29th of November. I almost said October. I'm stuck in the month of October. Oh goodness. Let's not go back there. We're all still remembering Venus retrograde a little too keenly. Okay, we're using Bonefire Tarot today. Let's take a look at the card on the bottom of the deck for us, and we get Judgment, Reevaluation, Assessment. I like that there's a clock on this card because it feels as though it's reminding us that this is a season of reflection. And yes, reevaluation and assessment. My feeling for this card is that today we may be taking a look at our recent past and our journey through that. So let's review. We've had a lot of planets this entire year go into retrograde. We've spent almost the whole year in retrograde of some sort. We've had some major eclipses, and we've been sorting our emotional state of being the whole year. And the Judgment card is showing up here in our reading today, sort of like giving us a hall pass to say, use this day, folks, to just reflect on how far you've come and what you'd like to repeat and what you would not like to repeat. What would you desire more of? What would you desire less of? This is what I'm feeling on this card, and my guides are piping up and saying that Judgment card is also connecting somewhat to a legal matter for some of you. I'm going to leave that there. That's what my guides had to offer. Okay, let's take a look at our first card. Nine of Cups. Wow, this is the fourth day in a row on this card. Maybe today we'll clarify it. Because boy, does it keep coming up. I mean, it's a great card. Nobody ever wants to turn the Nine of Cups away. It's Jupiter in Pisces. It's good fortune. It's the Wish card. A lot of water energy here. There's happiness, radiant joy. There's achievement, rewards for our efforts. Well, this is great because Judgment has us taking a look at our efforts in our recent past and seeing the rewards of that. We're sharing the best of ourselves with others. There's prosperity, generosity, there's, fun and joy, emotional expression on this card too. A dream come true, and also a message of new love, potential new love in this card. And for those of you who have been in a state of allowing a new relationship to take root in your life, this card is a message of that happening. So new love is underway in your life right now. Okay, let's see what goes with our 9. Again, I may clarify that later in the reading. Ace of Wands. Whoa. Divine and Cosmic Gift. That Ace of Wands. Oh, that's a card for sure. A lot of things get said about the Ace of Wands that I'm not too sure about, but they're a little bit, hey now. Anyway, this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Lots of fire on this card. It's a card about new ventures in enterprise or career, how you are of service, new beginnings, meeting your spiritual goals, which is great next to that 9. So there's fulfillment there. There's fertility, sensuality, sexuality on this card as well. And also the aces, I must remind myself and the rest of you, aces transform any potentially challenging energy off of our cringe cards, if we have any in the reading. They take the sting out of the cringe card. So it means that they're elevating the frequency of a challenging experience. And for some of you, that Nine of Cups could be challenging. I know that we all see it as a dream come true, a wish fulfilled card. However, getting to the dream come true and the wish fulfillment, shall we say, can be quite a journey. Can have us looking at things with a judgmental eye over here. So the Ace is coming in and elevating the frequency of it. It's sort of adding some oomph and some power to this 9. I love that. Next card, Eight of Wands. Excellent. Good news, communication. This is also super stable. It's an 8, so it's a double 4. So stability here. Strong foundation. And for some of you, I feel like this Eight of Wands is representative of building a new foundation. And you have the Ace adding fire to that too. There's a bit of the unexpected on this card with good news. It's Mercury in Sagittarius. Don't forget Mercury's in retrograde. So the message could be coming to you in a way that you don't feel at first blush that it's favorable. But it is favorable. You have this Ace, and if at first it looks a bit shady, it's because we may have a suspicious eye, having been through so many retrogrades, and we might be feeling some doubt or frustration. And we may not also be recognizing the gifts before us, because the road here has been long and full of potholes. You know it. You've walked it. You've experienced it. So there's also a message of travel on this card. That's on the Ace as well. So some of you might be traveling right now for work or pleasure. Some of you might be moving house or considering it. And when the Eight of Wands shows up, there's dynamic movement, and it's moving swiftly. So there's creative thinking, there's sharp wit, a sense of renewal, and any projects you're working on when this card shows up, they move forward swiftly and well. This is also a manifestation card that encourages you to create what you desire. Make it real, folks. And use this energy of the Ace and the 9 to fuel that process. Next card, King of Wands. Boy, we're heavy with wands today. So kings and queens, you know it. Self-mastery. Our king here, he's full of enthusiasm, and he's very engaging, also creative and passionate, and he is always looking at his next adventure. But as a king, you know, he's looking out for potential consequences for any move he makes. So he's bringing a lot of creative fire to that. So the king showing up here with the 9, the Ace and the 8, my feeling is that the incoming news is a bit surprising, unexpected. It may at first seem shady, but the Ace elevates the frequency of that and gets us over our own doubt, worry, frustration, suspicion, whatever it is. And then we settle into the highest qualities of this king, which, you know, he's excellent with new ventures. He's definitely an entrepreneur type of individual. And he's got fire and wisdom and experience to bring to anything he puts his attention on. And also, he is completely certain that what he does will benefit not only himself, but anyone else connected to it. So he's also under that 9 of Cups. This is part of the dream come true, whatever that may be for you. The Hanged Man. What an interesting placement for him. We're looking at things from a different perspective today, which is good, because if at first we were feeling shady about this, that means that we're taking the step back and looking at the gift for what it is. And we are leaning into and yielding to our king energy here, our self-mastery, also our judgment energy. And we're giving it a first look, a second, a third, maybe even a fourth look from a different perspective. I feel that we're looking at things from all directions on this card today, and we're engaging our self-mastery. But let's see what it's connected to and why. Well, we have the Tower, that's why. Because something unstable has fallen down, and it's shocking. It's universal will. It's just... The image I just had in my head was someone like walking into a room, approaching a desk littered with, you know, all of this and just wiping it clean in a very dramatic fashion. So this is why what's on the 8 feels shady, because, you know, there's a foundation crumbling here. We're going to clarify the Tower. Now, I do want to draw your attention to the fact that we've got a clover here, a sign of good fortune. We also have a green heart. What else is on this? That looks like a broken heart on fire. Kind of letting the cards fall where they may. The clock has run out on this situation. What is that? Oh, a crown upside down. And a bell is, you know, it's been struck, it's been rung. What is that bell tolling for? It's the end of this foundation, this Tower. It's truly universal will coming in with a grand sweeping gesture and saying, that's it. There's something better here. That's why the Tower shows up. This is why you have the super stable 8 above it, and exactly why we feel suspicious of it, because we've been here before. But the Tower coming down is a blessing in disguise. So let's clarify and see what the blessing in disguise is. What more can we know about the Tower? Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, we got 2 cards, folks. Oh, interesting. Now, remember what I said about aces, how they really do cancel out any of the challenging energies that come from our cringe cards, and certainly the Tower is a cringe card. We get the Ace of Cups. So quite literally for some of you, remember I said over here on the Judgment card, it felt like there was something of a legal issue going on. I was feeling like filing for divorce, finalizing divorce, taking a step in that direction, and it feels to me that the Judgment card relates here in this, because you have the Ace of Cups. It's divine and cosmic gift of love. We can't ignore that. And it's an ace next to the Tower, so it's transforming the challenging energies of this card into something better. So what I see here, if this were just the Death card, I'd say it's a simultaneous ending and a beginning. But it's come through the Tower in the Ace of Cups instead of the Death card. So there's no great loss here. My feeling is that for some of you, this is something kind of expected, or you've been anticipating this for a while, contemplating it for a while, something to change in your relationship status, because there's something new here, and it's way better than you dreamed it as well. The other card that came with this is the Two of Wands. So let me also remind you that for several weeks, I think 3 weeks now, we've been getting a message about crossing a threshold to a new realm of experience, which is quite literally the meaning of this card. It's movement in a new direction. It's us on the other side of that threshold. And so there are some relationships we cannot take with us because they do not harmonize to the frequency we currently exist at. So yes, is there a bit of loss and remorse for that? Absolutely. There's also, though, the blessing in disguise is that you make room for something new, better than you can dream it. You may not see all of the different perspectives, even though we are attempting to see things from all sides. There are still things that the universe in these aces will be gifting us with that we could not anticipate, that are far better than we dreamed them. So we have information on the incoming here with these 8s. It has everything to do with a dream come true, a goal fulfilled, a full circle moment, a and yet we pause when it arrives because it feels shady to us, because we don't exactly see the blessing in disguise in that moment. We need to engage our self-mastery of the King of Wands, bring our creative passion and fire to it, our enthusiasm, our ambition, and let it filter through us, and consider the perspectives you can consider, and stay open and willing to receive information you have not yet considered, because therein lies the blessing, and take it across that threshold as you continue to journey on. Now, I do want to note that we have a lot of wands here, and they're all about movement and fire for it. So with the messages for several weeks now of us crossing thresholds, stepping through gateways to new experiences, you want wand energy ushering you through that. So the wands are the wings on your feet. That's my feeling. And here I feel the aces are saying, we've got you. You've got one super challenge card in the whole reading, which is the Tower. It's a cringer. None of us likes to see the Tower fall. However, I feel this clock over here is saying it's the season for letting something go, something that needs to change, that needs to transform. And like I was saying before, in summary, I feel that there's some sort of relationship ending here, because there's something better on the other side of that threshold, and you can't take it with you. It's time to make the move. Okay, now let's move on. I'm not clarifying the Nine of Cups. I was going to, but I feel like the Tower and the Ace of Cups and the Two of Wands sort of came in and did that for me. I want to use a new deck today. It's not a new deck. It's it's a deck created by one of my dearest friends in the entire world. Her name is Janet Gardner. She is a miracle, this woman. Anyway, she's a profound energy healer, channeler. She's fantastic, and she's created a deck of cards, and they are called Celestial Origin Healing Runes. And each rune you see on the card is a message from our own soul force energy. So I thought it would be nice to have a soulful message today, something for us to focus on from our soul energy, to bring into our day, to contemplate, to ponder, to share with others. So here we go. All right, first card we get, personal power. Ooh, how fitting. Personal power. How often do you consider it? I have to be reminded of my own personal power because all the things that I need to heal and transform and transmute to a better frequency, ooh, they'll swim around my monkey mind until I get here. Excuse me. So, yes, get into your personal power, which means just take a moment, put your hands over your solar plexus. It's between your navel and your heart. Just put your hands there for a moment. Breathe into that space. Consider yourself as a soul. How many of us actually start the day thinking that you are a soul? I'm a soul, inhabiting this interesting human experience. But first and foremost, personal power comes from our soul. Let's bring that out into our day. Nothing will feel shady when we do that. Okay. Oh, cool. Next card. Soul's earthly presence. Does that even need explaining? I don't really think so. Let your soul energy come before you. Let it enter the room before you do. Rest easy in that energy. Simply be. And then grounded integration. Wow, I feel like that connects very much to the Two of Wands, the Tower, the Nine of Cups, the Eight. We are definitely grounding and integrating a new energy, and we are experiencing ourselves somewhat differently in that energy. So the reminder here to stay in our personal power, to show up as the soul that we are, be our own soul's earthly presence, have that awareness as we go through these integration experiences, as things phase out of our lives and into our lives. Okay, what do we want now? Angel answers or the new cards? I'm thinking the new cards. The soul. No, not these, because I just did a soul message with those. So let's not double up on that. Let's do our angel answers. As you know, it's your opportunity to ask a question. Ooh. We get within the next few months. So my feeling here is this process is unfolding within the next few months. So from now through maybe February or March. Okay. Whatever this is for you. And it may be many things, not just one thing. It may be many relationships coming under your judgment right now. Ooh, all right, another jumper. Take action. Yes, the ace, the king, the aces, the king, this 2, the 8, all of that is forward movement. So take an action. One that feels right to you. And then meditation brings answers. If you're not sure what action to take, meditation is the way to go. All right. Why not? We haven't done an empowering question for a couple of days, so we'll do that. These cards don't really shuffle very well. Here's a great one. I asked myself this question earlier today when I was fussing over some details. Fantastic. Maybe this question's just for me. What if everything is all right? How does that feel? Yes, have you ever considered that when you're sitting there fretting, worrying over something, concerned about details, thinking the incoming message is shady, and just stopped yourself and said, wait a second, what if everything's okay? What if there is absolutely nothing for me to do right now except be the soul that I am, ground and integrate the energies before me, and surrender, yield to what is. You know, this is a card that tells me that we could really trust that the universe has our back way more often. Okay. Last card, folks. It's our affirmation card from Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection. Oh, this is perfect. Gosh, I love the cards. Prepare to be astounded. 9 of Cups, Ace of Cups. 9 and Ace equal 10 of Cups. Think about it. Okay. Send them love, wish them peace, see them happy. Everyone, always, forever. And prepare to be astounded. P.S. Oh, man. And will you ever become a big-time manifester? Consider that. Okay, everyone, happy Thursday. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I appreciate that. It helps to circulate the videos here on YouTube. Have a beautiful day. If you'd like to book a private reading, you can do that in the description box below. Peace.